181 is very important to the film and TV community. It's a way of incentivizing investors to put equity into film. It's actually been bipartisan, strangely bipartisan. It was created by Bush. It was extended by Obama in the Jobs Act. It continued to grow under the first Trump administration, and then it was continued through the Biden administration. Democrats love it because it supports the arts and it creates jobs and and supports local economies.
Yeah.
Republicans love it because it is a tax incentive and a way of preserving wealth for the wealthy. And so it's one of those things that I hope continues because it serves both sides. It is very valuable to high net worth individuals and institutions, and at the same time creates more opportunity for film and TV producers. So it's sort of this perfect triangle of interests that are aligned. We just did 8 181 transactions at FilmHedge in December alone.
That's fantastic.
So it's about $7 million worth of films. Well, $7 million worth of investments into films. The budgets of those were about $70 million. But, it's a great way to get some capital into filmmakers who need it. And just to talk about, I guess, the benefits to investors, 181 exists to allow you to take an accelerated depreciation accelerated deduction against your taxes for the total value of an asset. So if you put $1 million into a $10 million film, you get to claim the full $10 million in the year that you make that investment.
No kidding.
And the benefit of that for people, maybe you're an executive at a company, you've got a huge bonus, or maybe you inherited a bunch of money, or maybe you have just done very well in life, and you have these huge tax burdens. 181 is a way to offset the tax burden that you have individually.
By putting the money to work.
By putting the money to work into something that will last forever. It's a film. You get credits, you get red carpet invites, you get to hang out with some of the most famous people in the world. That's not exactly the reason why I would do it, but the tax incentive, it absolutely is the reason why I would do it.
Well, and you create lots of jobs.
And you create lots of jobs. And there is a sustainability angle because if you invest in low income zones, you get a 33% bump on the value of the deduction.
On top of the 181.
On top of the 181. So instead of it's capped at $15 million, but if you finance through a low income zone, it's capped at $20 million. 181's been around since about 2015. I think the people who know. A lot of the large international and countrywide CPAs are versed in 181, but it's tax law. It's complicated. And so it takes, number one, people who are wealthy enough to have these burdens. And then number two, it takes CPAs and accountants who are versed in this tax law.
I think that we've had a nice little walk and talk here.
Yeah, I would say so.
This is going to be a fantastic cut for YouTube, by the way. Anybody wants to know about the 181 tax law, hopefully you're going to find this.
Yeah.
And they're going to watch the whole walk.
Right.
All right, to our wonderful camel people on the other side, thank you so much for having to walk backwards, shoot in the film. Thank you. John, this has been great.
It's awesome.
Well, I think we've got to go inside for another event. So,
sure.
you know what? You're gonna follow us a little bit later.